Did you know some of the foods we eat almost every day could quietly increase the risk of cancer, even if they look harmless? But here's the real twist. It's not just what you eat, but how much and how often you eat it. Today, I'm revealing 70 foods linked with a higher cancer risk, and most importantly, the quantity that research suggests may increase that risk. Stay with me, because some of these may be in your kitchen right now. Let's start with the biggest villain: processed meat. This includes sausages, hot dogs, bacon, pepperoni, and deli meats. The World Health Organization labeled them Group 1 carcinogens, the same category as smoking. They contain nitrates and nitrites, which can form cancer-causing chemicals during digestion. So, how much is too much? Just 50 grams per day, which is about 1 hot dog or 2 to 3 slices of bacon, can increase the risk of colon cancer by 18%. Now, let's talk about red meat: beef, lamb, mutton, and pork. Red meat isn't banned. It's nutritious. But excessive intake increases colorectal and prostate cancer risk. This is because high-temperature cooking forms chemicals like HCAS and PAS, and these can damage DNA. The risk starts to increase when you eat more than 500 grams per week of cooked red meat, which is roughly 4 medium steaks. Next up, deep-fried and fast foods. French fries, fried chicken, samosas, pakoras, fried fish. They're delicious, but dangerous in excess. Deep frying at high temperatures creates acrylamide, a chemical linked with several cancers. Plus, the unhealthy fats fuel inflammation, which can promote tumor growth. Eating deep-fried foods 3 or more times a week significantly increases cancer and heart disease risk. Let's move on to sugary foods and drinks. Soft drinks, milkshakes, pastries, and candies don't directly cause cancer, but they can create the perfect environment for it. They contribute to obesity, higher insulin levels, and chronic inflammation, which are all major cancer triggers. More than 50 to 60 grams of added sugar per day raises the risk of breast, colon, and pancreatic cancer. To put that in perspective, that's just 1 can of soda plus 2 cookies. Then we have ultra-processed foods. Instant noodles, packaged ramen, flavored chips, frozen pizza, processed cheese slices, all fall under this category. They're loaded with artificial flavors, preservatives, and emulsifiers, many of which are linked with gut inflammation and cancer. Getting more than 30% of your daily calories from ultra-processed foods significantly raises your overall cancer risk. What about foods high in additives? Artificial colors like 102 and E110, artificial sweeteners like aspartame, snacks heavy in MSG, and drinks loaded with high fructose corn syrup are all on the list. Over time, these can disrupt hormones and damage cells. The risk becomes significant when eaten daily or in large portions, like drinking 2 or 3 artificially sweetened sodas every single day. Smoked, pickled, and salted foods are next. Things like pickles, smoked fish, salted fish, and cured vegetables taste amazing, but the salt and nitrates are the issue. High salt intake can damage the stomach lining and increases the risk of stomach cancer. Eating heavily salted foods more than 3 or 4 times a week can elevate your cancer risk. This next one is simple: burnt and charred foods. That burnt part of your BBQ, the blackened edges on a kebab, a charred steak, or even burnt toast. They contain carcinogenic chemicals formed by extreme heat. The limit here is easy: avoid eating burnt or charred parts altogether. Even small amounts on a regular basis can increase cancer risk. Let's talk about creamy and high-fat dairy. Full-fat cheese, heavy cream, and whipped desserts aren't harmful in moderation, but excessive intake has been linked to increased breast and prostate cancer risks. It becomes risky when your saturated fat intake goes above 20 grams per day. You can find that amount in about 3 slices of full-fat cheese, 1 large cream-based dessert, or 3 cups of whole milk tea made with cream. So, it's all about quantity versus frequency. Cancer risk isn't only about what you eat. It's about your patterns. Here's the logic: a hot dog once a month carries a very low risk. A hot dog every day? That's a very high risk. Having fried food once a week is generally okay, but eating it daily is dangerous. Your body can handle occasional bad foods, It's the daily habits that silently increase cancer risk over time. So here's the takeaway. You don't have to quit your favorite foods forever, but you do need to stay mindful of the quantity and the frequency. Eat real foods, eat fresh foods, and limit the risky ones. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment below which food surprised you the most.